Hey guys, so I am back with another DIY video, and today we are focusing on the bedroom. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick and easy but also inexpensive way that you can kind of just upgrade your bedroom and just really give it that kind of chic look that you've always been looking for while still staying on your budget, because that is the most important. So in the back here I have 3 purple pillows, and those are going to be larger sham pillows, and it's just a really nice rich look. And the best thing about this is you can switch out the cover of the pillow. So this is going to really help you transition from season to season rather than purchasing new pillows for fall, winter, spring, and summer. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I upgraded our bedroom, stay tuned. So what you're going to need is a large pillow, some fabric of your choice, scissors, sewing pins, measuring tape, and a sewing machine. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lay out your fabric. And then I have a 24 by 24 pillow, and I'm actually going to measure 25 by 25. And you're just going to want to mark that on the wrong side of the fabric. And then you just want to cut that out. Really simple and easy. And this is going to be the front of your pillow. So for the back of the pillow, we are going to measure 25, but then rather than using 25 by 25, we are going to be doing 25 by 18. So you're going to end up with 3 pieces of fabric. So what you're going to want to do is take the 25 by 18 inch sheets of fabric and fold one side over at 1 inch. And then you just want to pin this. So you're just going to do that for the whole side, and kind of just keep checking every time you're about to add a pin in, and then just measure 1 inch, add a pin. So you should end up with 2 pieces of fabric just like that. So now it's time to sew this down. And it should look something like that. So you're going to want to take your larger piece of fabric and lay that down on the bottom. Then you want to take both of the smaller pieces of fabric and lay those on top of each other, making sure that the part that you just sewed is facing the middle. Now all you want to do is you're just going to pin all the way around, because now we're about to sew around the whole entire pillow. And this is the first step to making our sham pillows. Take your time, make sure you're matching everything up properly. And this is how it should look at the end. So I already sewed around the whole perimeter of the pillow, and as you could see, I went all the way to the edge on both sides. Now, before we could flip the pillow, you want to just cut on a diagonal on each corner. And this is really just going to help the corners look better. And now it's time to flip the pillow inside out. And this is when I realized that I had actually put the larger piece of fabric on the wrong side when I had sewn around. As you can see, the shinier side should actually be in the center, and the dull side should be on the outside. So an easy way to fix this is you're going to get this little handy dandy tool, because it does make it a lot easier than using scissors, and you just pull the fabric apart and then just insert it through the thread, and you kind of just literally do that. So I finished that off camera, and then I fixed it and then sewed everything all around. So we are back to where we just left off. So now it's time to flip the pillowcase inside out. So now you can see the shiny fabric is on the outside, on the front, as well as in the back. Take your time and make sure to really get that to define the corners of the pillow. So it should look something like this. And as you can see, there's an opening in the back, and this is going to help be able to switch out the fabric from season to season. I also didn't show this part, but now you want to just iron around and kind of just get the edges as flat as possible. And now you want to begin to sew. Once you start to get close to the edge, you now want to take your measuring tape and measure out 1 inch. And now what you want to do is keep the needle down in the machine. Then you want to flick up, lift up the foot, twist the fabric around, and now you can continue to finish your 1 inch allowance. So again, get as close as possible to the 1 inch marker, leave the needle down, pick up the foot, and then you just want to twist, and you're just going to do that until you have sewn all 4 sides down with a 1 inch allowance. And it should look something like this. So you just want to flip it on its back, get your pillow, and now you're just going to stuff the pillow into the pillowcase. This is going to take a little bit of time. You're going to need to play around with the pillow a little bit and kind of just really get the look and evenly distribute the cotton inside the pillow. Flip it over, and now you're done. And it looks something like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't seen my previous video where I show you this really neat beauty trick, then I will definitely leave the link below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.